My name is Nathan Park, and I am a sophomore at Waltrip High School and a member of Zion for House Church. This year, I had the opportunity to go to Movement and be part of the pink team, Strawberry Milk. Going to Movement, I didn't have the most positive mindset, nor I was very excited towards it. One of the first things was that knowing that my mom was going to be serving as a leader instead of the nurse, and that she could potentially be leading one of my friends was quite scary, and knowing that made me kind of dread Movement a bit. Also, knowing I was able to get the Movement groups before Movement started, and I didn't know that many people in my group, and our group was relatively young, so I wasn't looking forward to our group at first. And lastly, knowing that Movement wasn't at Piney Woods once again was a bit of a bummer. But one thing one of my leaders reminded me was that the location doesn't really matter, and it's because God's going to be there regardless, and it's whether we're willing to meet him. So yeah, definitely my expectations towards Movement weren't the best, but once Movement started, it changed. The first night of praise in the sermon definitely took away all those negative emotions before Movement, and I definitely had a more positive mindset after it. The praise, like always, was really good, and the sermon was very, very good. I've also known Pastor Mia and Dr. Joe for a long time because they're very good friends with my parents, and they're also their village leaders. So hearing them speak was really good for me. I definitely heard a new perspective of them because I've always viewed them as my emo assumption. So hearing them speak was really good, and I was able to understand and get a lot out of the sermons, and they definitely spoke to me. However, I think I experienced God the most through our family, Strawberry Milk. At first, seeing the groups, I wasn't the most thrilled, and on the first day, our group was very, very quiet, and I think because of my pride, I had a negative mindset towards our group, and I was just kind of jealous of other groups. But as the days went, I definitely saw a lot of change in our group as we got a little bit more comfortable with each other each day. And it's funny because I think our team becoming last place really, truly connected our team the most. And I felt like the sharing after we were announced that we were last place was really, really good. And I felt like our team got a lot closer and we just had a burst of energy because we were in last place. And I honestly wish that we had one more day of Movement, because I feel like that next day of sharing would have been really, really good. And I'm really glad about the people that were put in our group, and I know for sure that God handpicked every single one of them to be in our group. And I think it was just really cool seeing all of the people of our family just really was able to experience God. Overall, what I got out of most out of Movement was just focusing and trusting on God. It sounds very basic, but I felt like instead of focusing on how I can grow my relationship with God through Movement, I focused on things that didn't matter, like the location or like who's in my group. And it just really taught me to trust God's plan and just really focus on him. To close up, I just want to say that to all the people in my family, that I just really enjoyed our group, and I really enjoyed the time that we were able to spend together.
If you know, then go ahead and call up your friends, 'cause we out here.